and welcome to another Music Talks interview. I'm your host, Carl Martin, as usual, and today we've got an amazing acoustic sensation. It is Sam Stewart.
Yeah, Sam Stewart, the sensation. Yeah. Nice to be here. Nice to be here.
Nice to have you.
Ah, well, you know, it always is.
Now, we're going to be talking about things like your career and your influences and what you've done so far in your musical life.
Cool.
So
good.
we'll start this thing off with the beginning. So where did it all begin for you?
I was never. Well, I've always been singing. Like when I was young, I remember when I turned 8 and I was on holiday. For a special treat, they made me do a karaoke version of Robbie Williams' Angels. And I was so small, so I couldn't reach the mic, so they had to put me on a chair. So I've always been singing. I remember being Jesus in the Year 6 production of the gospel, and I had to sing a lot then. I've just been singing quite a while, and then but I never thought I'd do it as a career. I never did music at GCSE. I sort of went to do the drama because I wanted to be an actor or a drama teacher or something like that. But it started out when I wanted to just sitting in the corridors of school, just playing a few songs, and that's where it progressed from there. Just starting in bands.
Yeah, nice. Now, where did you actually start to enter into the more musical side with into the actual music industry?
When I was like in year 9, year 10, that's when I started. All my friends have been like in bands and they started writing their own music and stuff like that. And me and my mate Ross, who comes to this college, we used to just sit in the corridor just playing some songs, playing some covers, and started doing like YouTube covers and stuff like that. And then we progressed into becoming a band. Just went on from there. Yeah.
What happened with that band?
I
Don't
don't know. It was
that's in the past.
Yeah, it was a depressing time in my life. You know, it's done and dusted now. We'll just leave it there. No comment.
Now, when you started off getting into music and starting feeling that feeling that you do, feeling that vibe, yeah, it's the vibe.
I know that.
Now, what sort of music did you start listening to? What influences?
Well, you know, I think we all went through that sort of. Well, I don't know if you guys did, but I went through like typical emo.
Yeah.
Sort of listening to quite emotional music, and not understanding what the hell was going on, but going, I feel that, man. I feel that. I love that music. Yeah, I'm so depressed. I've never had a girlfriend. I've never been dumped, but I feel the heartbreak. So I went for like the emo stage and stuff like that, and I dyed my hair black, listened to quite heavy stuff, and then I sort of progressed onto the emotional acoustic sort of stuff. Like there's a guy called Second Hand Serenade that I practically worshipped for about 2 years of my life, and I love him. He's always been a great musician, and he was probably one of the main influences to start picking up the acoustic guitar and doing that sort of stuff. So yeah, I did the emo stuff, and then sort of progressed onto the acoustic, and then I dabbled in bits and bobs. It wasn't until I joined my main band, My Heroes, was when I sort of widened my influences quite a bit. So yeah.
Cool. Now, when you started again, like we said before, when you started playing music and getting into the industry, whereabouts did you find yourself going to like do gigs and open mic nights and things like that?
Well, I pretty much didn't know where to go when I first started. Like in the first band I was in, we did work with a promoter called Con Live. I'm pretty sure everyone in the Merseyside area will work with him because he's a good promoter. He put us on like first gig ever major was at Barfly. It's now the Mask, which is closed down, which is depressing. But we started there, and then but I played like a few little open mic acoustic stuff like that, and it was usually when I was in my bands. That's when we played like the bigger venues, like the Barfly or the Picket or the O2 Academy sometimes as well. But like when I was acoustic, I wanted to stay local and build up my skill first, build up my confidence being as a solo performer before
I know what you mean.
Trying to hit some big stages and get some girls.
Yeah. It's always about the girls.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Amy.
Oh yeah.
Don't watch this. Just cut off here.
She doesn't need to know. Now, you mentioned No More Heroes there.
Yeah.
I want to go on a bit more into that now.
Okay.
When did that start happening?
Well, that was a really spontaneous and I don't know. It was just on the moment. Like when I met my girlfriend Amy, who we've now been together quite a while. Basically, I went round to hers and then we went out that night and I met these three awesome lads who just an absolute laugh to be with. And I went round to one of the guy's house, the guitarist's house, and we were sort of like, oh yeah, we're in a band. And I was like, oh yeah, I've just come out of a band. He said, oh, what do you do? And I was like, I'm a singer. He went, we're looking for a singer. So right there and then, I just sang. I sang How You Remind Me by Nickelback because that's the only song we all knew together. So we all sang that and he said, oh, do you want to be in the band? So we just started from there. And then then that night, it was the first time I met them, slept in the same bed. That sounds a bit weird. I mean, like, it was a sofa bed and I had nowhere to stay. I was desperate. No, but yeah, no, it was just
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. It was lovely. We were cold and we were but yeah, it all started from there, and then we just progressed onto that and started making music and stuff.
Oh, sounds good. Now, how far did you actually get with that band? Like, how big did you manage to?
Well, I think we were pretty well known locally. Like, for the first, what we did was we worked together for about 5 months as a band called Axis. And we did some pretty sort of prog rock, prog rock, and then sort of getting sort of bluesies. But then we sort of took a break because we thought we weren't getting anywhere.
Yeah.
And then after about 2 months later, we all decided we really wanted to do it again. So we tried doing it again. We changed our name, changed our style, changed our image, and just tried to get out there. And it was with No More Heroes that I think we got more successful than we were, because we tried to make music that was more listener friendly rather than.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when we started playing quite a few times at the O2 Academy and the Picket and stuff like that. So yeah.
That's good. But as we all know now, No More Heroes is.
It's no more.
No more.
There are no more heroes. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I mean,
there's a few heroes.
There's a few heroes. but yeah.
So what happened? How did you fall apart?
It was when I started coming to this college.
Yeah.
I was it was when I started coming to this college. I started making more music with different people. Started experimenting and stuff like that, and them as a band just felt like time wasn't going into it, we weren't doing as much, so they sort of asked me if I was committed enough almost, and I was just sort of like, I could understand the reasoning because I was at college, whereas they weren't. So they were free all the time, and they were doing the band constantly trying to get better, but I was constantly at college and doing work and trying to find the scraps of time to try and practice, and then they just felt like, because I was doing this, maybe my interest lay elsewhere.
Yeah.
So he sort of asked if that's what I really wanted, and then they kicked me out. Sorry. No. Oh!
It's okay, sir.
I know. Hug me. But yeah, so then I left that band and I just carried on doing it because this college has been the best experience of my life. So
it is good.
It is such a good fun place to come here. Martin Holmes.
Westchester College.
He's not right to you, to be honest, but yeah.
So that was the end.
And that was the end of No More Heroes. Well, for me, it was the end of No More Heroes.
So they're still going on?
Well, like, they tried afterwards, after I left, trying to find enough singing. They had a girl singer for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then, funnily enough, they asked me back.
Oh.
So I went and did, like, 1 or 2 practices, but then
it
never really took off. So I was like, it's not what I wanted. Like, I'd grown apart from it, and but I assumed they'd stopped as well afterwards, but I think they carried on trying not, because they thought maybe it was me that was committed and thought they might hurt my feelings, so they carried on with it, and I think they're trying to get some stuff done now. You know, I wish them all the best. So.
Yeah. After leaving, you obviously were doing a music course.
Yeah.
You still carried on your musical passion. What sort of new content have you got these days?
Well, I built my own little recording studio. I mean, it's not like, you know, something you have in college or something you go to record. But it's just, I've got like a external sound card, a little mixer and stuff like that, and I use like Cubase, and I just started experimenting. I want to do more YouTube covers and like popular songs, get myself out there, and then start injecting my own songs to the system.
So that's the new direction that you go.
That's the new direction I'm going. I mean, like Ed Sheeran style. I mean,
so like more acousticy, but
more acousticy, but I use
stomp and.
I mean, obviously, I have Matty on the cajon now and again, playing the cajon just for rhythm purposes and stuff like that. But when I'm recording, I'll use like little violins on the synth and stuff, and try and make it sound.
Features.
Yeah, try and make it sound maybe sometimes in some songs a bit of a band feature.
Yeah.
But I'm just I'm trying to do
sounds
acoustic
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
What are you doing these days, events wise? Have you got anything upcoming or?
I play a few gigs around now and there. At the moment, I'm trying to focus on recording the songs I've got, and then I'm gonna try and get out there and play quite a few gigs, maybe 1 or 2 a week, anywhere I can, like pubs, stuff like that. Just trying to get the music out there, maybe flag a few CDs and stuff like that. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and is there anything you want to tell the audience about?
Well, basically just look out for me. There should be a Facebook page coming soon when I'll upload my tracks and stuff, and then I'll you just keep an eye on me, and I'll try and keep you updated and keep you happy with everything. And yeah.
Cool.
Wow, it was great having you here today.
It's great to be here.
It's great.
It's always good.
It's always nice to let you.
Yeah,
a little bit about you.
Yeah, definitely. So.
As always.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this on every video, and it's a good little gimmick you've got going here. So remember, music talks.
You can sit next to me and watch the world go down.